Hello Taurus, and welcome to your July energy video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley. I'm an intuitive channel. I read cards both intuitively and by the book, whatever spirit brings in for me. And a few announcements before we get started. I just to let you guys know, when I do these channelings, I bring in your energy, so I bypass my own energy to bring in yours. Your energy, I've been kind of wrestling with it for a few minutes. You have a very perfectionistic energy right now. Everything has to be perfect in the 3D world. Everything has to look perfect, align perfectly. Everything has to be I feel like you're very unbalanced in your I feel like you're not grounded, which is rare because you're an earth sign. And I feel like you guys are having a lot of anxiety and stress over things not being perfect in your day-to-day life. So Spirit is here to help you, but if you guys kind of get that vibe from me, this is not how I am naturally. This is your energies coming out, guys. But this is how I do things. I plug into your guys' energy for the times that I plug into them for my videos, and then I balance them away afterwards. So validation. But a few announcements before we get started. I like to shake things up in my when I do things, especially creatively. So the spreads that I create for you guys, every now and then I like to shake things up. So if you want to see another spread for next month's zodiac signs, I'm 100% willing to co-collaborate with Divine on a new spread, but you guys gotta let me know if that's something that you want. Also, I'm kind of going back and forth with whether I want to do romance videos dealing with per zodiac sign. Again, guys, I feel very imbalanced because you guys feel very imbalanced here this month. But if you guys want romance spreads per your zodiac sign, let me know, and I can co-collaborate with Spirit on those. I definitely, if that's something you guys want, I want to bring it out for you, but you guys gotta let me know down in the comments whether you want me to or not. Also, I do videos on Patreon. I do daily videos, weekly videos, and monthly videos. The monthly videos, I have a lot of relationship videos that deal with people who are not in union and feel like they have divine connections that are not in union, as well as people in union. Also, and then I do empowerment videos that are separated between divine masculine and divine feminine, along with the daily and weekly videos. I do a more in-depth version of this spread, separated between divine masculines and divine feminines. And I also do chakra clearing, separated between the two energies, and a more in-depth look at your 3D energies as well, along with any other spread or video that Divine guides me to create for you guys on Patreon. So if you want more in-depth look of things, or if you want more in-depth guidance on the energies that are coming in for you guys, join me. Don't just let me know, guys. Join me down on Patreon, or join me on Patreon. Link is below. So again, guys, let's get into these energies and get you guys a little bit more balanced for the month of July. For those of you who want to know, I'm using the Everyday Tarot mini deck. I'm also using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck from Kim Kranz. For your guidance cards, I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle cards from Colette Baron Reed, and then the Sacred Geometry Activation cards, or Oracle. I can't remember what the last one is, or the last the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle from Lon for guidance. Let's get into your guys' energies. So we have the Mother of Pentacles for your energy for this month. This is a beautiful energy to be in. Definitely there's different reasons why you guys are feeling so unbalanced, because the Mother of Pentacles is an extremely balanced energy. It may be because you guys are not balanced within your divine masculine self, because this is a very divine feminine card. But the Mother of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles in regular tarot, is a card of being extremely abundant, being gentle, being kind, being balanced, and rooting all of that into the 3D world. So your divine feminine side is very, like, it's their spirit is giving me like visions of you being creative, you being gentle and with your children, with other people's children, with just people in general, and being very balanced in your divine feminine self. So for those of you who are males or are not balancing that divine masculine part of yourself, I feel like a lot of your issues are going to be there this month. Let's get into them. So in your spiritual sector, your energies are going to be the Eight of Wands. This is a very fast moving energy, but for me, for what divine is giving me is that this is not a good fast moving energy. They're saying if it was a positive thing that they would have put the Chariot down in this sector. You guys are having a lot of movement, and you're trying to do a lot of your spiritual healing. You're trying to do a lot of your inner child work, your inner guidance, your inner shadow work, but you're trying to run a marathon when you should be walking one step in front of the other. They're showing me a marathon runner that is not taking care of themselves and is doing too much too fast, and is, instead of, having that great end of the marathon, they're a third of the way in and they're having a heart attack. This is not a good energy for you guys. This is an energy that is very, like, your energy body is very messed up. I'm having a lot of physical pain right now from this. You're trying to bypass your you're trying to do everything at once. You're trying to do your spiritual journey at once, and because of that you're trying to bypass steps, and you can't do that. Part of your journey is to do this like the they're showing me the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, doing this at a slow, methodical rate, and this Eight of Wands is only bringing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion, a lot of being in kind of that hyper manic mode, and it's a detriment to your mental body and your physical body, as well as your emotions and your spiritual body, but more for your mental and your physical body this month. For your struggle card, we're struggling with the Ace of Cups. This is the Holy Grail. This is being so fulfilled that your cup overflowing that you can give to other people. You are trying to get to this place spiritually, and this is what is meant for you guys, but you're doing it in such a way that you're harming yourself, Taurus. I have a lot of love for Tauruses. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but for those of you who don't know me, I label myself, or not label myself, I resonate with the twin flame path, and my twin flame is a Taurus. I have many amazing friends that are Tauruses, so I have a lot of love for you guys. I have a lot of love for everybody, but I have a lot of love for Tauruses, especially my own mother is a Taurus. So, I have a lot of that Taurian energy around me all the time, and I have faith, and I know that this is meant for you, and you are meant to get there, but doing your spiritual journey at a marathon instead of at one step in front of the other is trying to fill an empty cup that will never be full and only will be empty and desolate. You will never ever get to this full cup, this overflowing cup, if you're trying to do your spiritual journey at a breakneck warp speed pace. That is not what's meant for any of us, and I understand that this is extremely triggering. I'm feeling they're giving me visions of the bull like kicking up and being like, F you, I am not listening to your guidance. I'm going to do what I want. You have 100% free will to do so, guys, but I do not control, this is coming for like half of these videos, but I do not control what is coming in for, I don't control what spirit, I don't control the visions and the feelings that spirit brings in for me. I just explain them to you guys. I don't control the guidance that comes in. I just repeat what the visions, the feelings, and the words and thoughts that spirit is bringing to me. So you have all the free will you want, or I advocate for free will, guys. I 100% do, and I know that I am clashing with you right now, but at the end of the day, you will come to the realization yourself that trying to fill your cup at this breakneck marathon speed, you might be doing it from a place of love and light, and you want to get to self-love, self-care, self-worth. And people, they're even showing me like connections with other people. You might be doing it from a place of love, but you're doing it in a very egotistical way, and that is never going to work for your spiritual path. Believe me, guys, I've tried many times. I tried for almost 2 decades to do it at a breakneck speed in a place from ego, and it just never worked, and it will never. You need to do your path from a heart-centered place, and you need to understand that it's not a breakneck warp speed. It is within divine timing, and you need to allow for that divine timing no matter how much you want to be at the finish line now. I have these same feelings and issues when it comes to my journey with my twin flame. I want my twin flame in my physicality with me in that connection here and now, but I have that deep understanding and faith that divine will bring him to me when things are meant to when we're meant to be in union, if we're meant to be in union. So it's not about rushing into things. It's about doing our path as we're meant to do our path, through our heart chakra, through that healed heart center, and giving ourselves the things we need in self-care, self-love, and self-worth, so that we can be healthy and complete within ourselves, and then we can have this overflowing cup and give to other people. So again, free will. You can shut off the video, you can turn it off, you can go watch somebody else who tells you what you want to hear, or you can continue with me and see what else spirit has for you. But tough love is tough love for a reason. July is a 7-month, which is extremely spiritual, but it's also can be a month of struggle when it comes to our spiritual path. So I'm not surprised to see a lot of it in these zodiac signs, but it doesn't mean that you can't come out with a positive energy at the end of this journey and at the end of July. So guys, have faith in yourself, have faith in your path, and let's move on into your physical path. The energies of your physical path. 10 of Cups. You guys are meant to be fulfilled. You're meant to have that beautiful family life. You're meant to have this overflowing cup here in physicality if you guys walk your true path, and if you guys stay the course, do that one step in front of the other. Divine keeps on giving me that vision over and over and over again. A 1,000,000-mile step starts with one step in front of the other. It is not a marathon. It is not warp speed, guys. This is what is meant for you here in the 3D. You will get there, but you need to get there through a healed heart center and not through the ego. Your struggles are going to be the moon this month. This is things coming to light. This is the unseen being seen. This is visions coming into reality. This is also dealing with divine timing and cycles. So the things that you can't see that you want to get to, they're coming for you. They're coming in with that divine timing. You are meant to have these things illuminated when you are meant to. It is not going to be instantaneous like you want it to be, Taurans or Taurians. I honestly don't know what the plural version of Taurus is, but for you guys who are Tauruses, I get it. I have some of the people that I love deeply and unconditionally are Tauruses, and you guys can be very, very stubborn people, very, very rooted into the earth, into your ways, in very egotistical ways, and you want this now. You don't want to wait for divine timing. You don't want to wait for the moon to come out. You want everything here and now. I completely get it, but that is not what our path, our spiritual path, is meant to be. There are time and place for everything, and even though it hurts not to be in those situations that you want, even though it hurts not to have this or this when you want it here and now, you are meant to walk your path in the timing that is meant for you. Not only are our struggles and our triggers and our lessons built into our divine blueprint, but also is the time in which we awaken, the time in which we have our healing, the time in which these gifts come to us, and if we miss them, the time in which they come back around to us, as well as the time it takes to get to these beautiful things that we want to bring to light. And I know I'm triggering you guys because I feel like I want to break down and cry. And I'm sorry for the triggers, but again, I don't control what comes in for spirit and what comes from spirit for you guys. I understand this hurts, especially I can understand when it comes to relationships. You want this perfect relationship right now in the 3D, and I completely understand that, guys. I want it too. I want that perfect relationship with my divine counterpart, but I also have that faith that the universe is going to bring those divine things in for me when it is meant to, when these cycles are meant to, and when this card turns into the Chariot card. You know, it's meant to come in divine timing. So please, if you need help with this, call in your angels, call in your guides, call in your etheric support system, your esoteric support system, because it's definitely a hard concept to get to. My throat chakra is just killing me right now because it's definitely something, divine timing and wanting things immediately and wanting to be in that love and that connection and that perfect relationship. Not that any relationship is perfect, but like that deep divine sense of self. I completely understand it. We all want that, but it is all within timing, and some of us have blueprints where that timing is longer than others. And that's part of our journey. It's part of our lessons, is to have that patience, no matter if we want to have that patience here in the 3D or not. My candle literally just died. So validation with that, guys. So Tauruses, please hold on. I can feel how much this hurts you. I can feel how much grief and pain it's bringing up for you. But have faith in that divine timing. I can assure you that in the end, it is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. The lesson is going to be worth it. And sometimes it's that that long journey to get there that makes us more appreciative of where we're at the end of the journey. So I understand it. I understand it completely. Not to get too deeper into me personally, but I go through this stuff just the same as you guys go through it. I don't always bring it into videos, but it's being brought in here and today. But this is something that I've been struggling with in the last, freaking my whole life, is that divine timing piece. And there's times where I can be patient with it and times where it's harder to be patient. But I have faith that divine will bring in, if I'm meant to have that divine timing piece with that relationship, with my divine counterpart relationship, my divine masculine relationship, then I'm meant to have that when we are both in a place that we are healed and we are healthy, and we can have that greater appreciation of each other when things do get rough and when things do get into struggle, because nothing is ever perfect. We'll have a greater appreciation for each other and for what both of us had to go through, the mud and the muck that both of us had to go through to get there. And that, in the end, is a beautiful thing. But remember, Spirit is bringing this in for you when it's meant to be for a reason. Respect your divine blueprint, respect your higher self, and respect yourself here in the 3D by giving yourself that wisdom, not just the knowledge, but turning it into that wisdom within yourself that everything will happen when it's meant to happen. Guidance in your spiritual and physical sector this month is I can't make this stuff up, guys. We have the dove spirit. Be peace. Be peace. I don't have to say anything else. I think divine clearly stated it there now. Let's move on to your emotional sector. We have the sun. This is a beautiful pairing, not only for this Mother of Pentacles, but for this moon card here now. The sun card is the happiest card in the deck. Your emotions this month are meant to stay in the sun card, to be in your happiness and your joy, to remember that divine timing will come in for you. So in the present, be happy for your journey, be happy for that knowledge that your everything is going to come for you exactly when it's supposed to be. Struggles for your emotional sector. Yep. Is the King of Cups. King of Cups stands on a solid foundation in the middle of the ocean of emotions, and he's balanced, he's gentle, he's understanding. Definitely a struggle for you guys this month. We were just talking, and I was on the verge of tears almost the whole time. It's going to be a struggle for you this month, but it doesn't mean that you can't succeed. Remember to stay in this joy energy, to stay in the present moment, and to stay into that understanding that these situations, whether they're romantic or not, but I feel a lot of you, they are romance, will come in for you, or not necessarily romance, but dealing with love. They will come in for you in that divine timing when they're meant to. Stop running the marathon. That's only a detriment to you. Be at peace. Be the dove spirit. Be peace incarnate. And be in the present moment, understanding that these things are going to come in for you when they're meant to come in for you. If they're meant to come in for you, when they're meant to come in for you. But Spirit's saying it's very much when. In your mental sector this month, yep, we have the 10 of Wands. This is a card of burden. But again, guys, it's up to you whether you want to look at this as a burden, or if you're going to put that pile of sticks down and decide that you're going to end this journey with love and light and move on to your next with love, light, and positivity, or if you're going to continue with that burden again and again and again. You have a choice to be this burden card, or you have a choice to be the sun card. It's all up to you. It's the same thing over here here, guys. You have a choice to be that marathon runner who's having a heart attack a few miles in, or you have that choice of understanding that this happiness, this wholeness, this being fulfilled in family and love and community is waiting for you. It's to manifest it to you is by walking that path of self-love, self-care, and self-worth, by doing your inner child work, your shadow work, your healing work, your ancestral line work, your past life works, your karmic works, by learning those lessons and understanding that being joyful in the present moment, knowing that this is waiting for you. So it is your choice whether you're going to be in those anxiety burden energies, or if you're going to be in the present moment with joy and love and healing. Struggles in your mental sector this month is the Page of Pentacles. This is the student of abundance. This is building a solid foundation, and I'm not talking about financial abundance, Taurans. You guys are very financially abundant. This is all Taurans are. Even if you don't think you are, you are. You guys are financially abundant. But this isn't about finances. This is about being building a very abundant foundation from page 1 on the story of your journey. Building that solid, thick foundation like the King of Cups has in the middle of this ocean. He started out as the the Page of Cups. He didn't start out as the King. He got this solid foundation by being the Page of Cups. So your foundation that you're working on is this abundance of love, abundance of light, abundance of spirit, and abundance of healing. This starts out with being the student, not the marathon runner. So be that person that starts their journey step by step, instead of doing the whole marathon the first time out of the gate. You will only be a detriment to yourself if you're running the marathon. Walk the step-by-step journey that you're meant to. For your guidance, we actually have an activation card. Okay, can't make this stuff up, guys. I'm gonna put it up here for a moment so you guys can get the activation for it. It's just number 11 card, which is divine. It's divine speaking to you is the number 11. But this is the card of belief. So believe in yourself, believe in your higher self, believe in your spiritual path, believe in the path, that the path is meant for you, that the journey that you're on is meant for you. Have that belief in that divine timing for yourself and for your journey. I'm going to read the little thing. It says, the frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So believe that you are worthy of having the slow believe that you're worthy of having the slow healing journey, because it's going to be what's best for you. Rushing in and having those quick, immediate gifts and gains, these are things that I feel like you Tauruses have just tossed away. And we all get into that mode sometimes when we don't work for something, it doesn't have the same connection to us, it doesn't have the same weight for us, it doesn't have the same ability to affect us on an emotional and soul level as something that we've worked very, very hard for. So again, remember, when we can walk that path and understand what it took to walk that path, and understand what it took for somebody else to walk that path, we are we honor ourselves and other people by understanding what they went through. Instead of being like, okay, this is our first fight, this is our first struggle, so I'm just going to be done. I'm just going to be done with it. It's not worth it. When we go through those trials and tribulations and we get to a point where we can understand what we had to fight for, what we had to struggle with, and what other people had to as well, we are in a better space of fighting for it when those struggles come up, and when that grief and pain comes up, and when we butt heads. So Have that belief in yourself, have that belief in your path this month. Have that belief in your healing, and that things will come in for you in divine timing. And I know I'm feeling it again, guys. I know it's painful to go through it. I go through it every day when it comes to my divine partner. But I also have that great understanding that divine will bring this situation in for me if and when it's meant to be. So these situations will be brought in for you when they're meant for you. Possible energies this month is the Daughter of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful card. The Daughter of Wands is the Page of Wands. So again, just throwing stuff around here, but they're saying this has everything to do with your spiritual path. Be that student of your spiritual path. Remember to build that solid, thick foundation that's going to be the best for you down the road, and do your path step by step by step. You'll be extremely successful, which I know that that's what you guys want. Fine. I feel like I finally said something that you guys want to hear. But very tough love this month, but I finally said something that you guys want to hear. You guys will be successful at this. I know that there's a lot of grief and pain that's coming up for you in the month of July, and then it's going to feel like a bit of a struggle, but you have a choice to stay in those struggle energies or to get into the positive energies of that patience, knowing that it's going to come in, knowing that you're going to have this happiness, this fulfilling cup in divine timing, guys. I feel like it's going to be very much a struggle for you Taurians in July, and if I'm saying your plural wrong, I'm sorry. But I feel like you guys are going to become greater and better, more spiritual and loving beings because of this. So please have faith in that as well. Again, a lot of people that I love in this world are under the sign of Taurus. I love everybody, but I really love you guys too. I really do. I have family, friends, my divine connection is a Taurus. So I have a lot of faith that you guys are going to be the best of yourselves this month, that you can kind of get through that pain and worry and that grief, and slow down and be the best, highest part of yourself that you can be this month. So have a very loving, empowering July. If you like this spread, or if you want a new one for August, let me know in the comments. If you want a romance spread, let me know in the comments. As well as if you want more of me, please find me on Patreon. It's links down below in the description. So I will see you guys later, and have a beautiful, beautiful July, Taurus. Bye.